people of YouTube! I'm Schoko, and today we're watching the full story of the Vanoss crew. Here we go!
Hey, what is up guys, Vanoss here, and this is my face reveal video, obviously, and it's something that you guys have been asking for.
What's up? It's Wildcat, this is me, it's what I look like.
Hello everybody, my name is the Game.
No, I remember watching this of the Nola and Terrorizer reactor. And he was doing that whole PewDiePie rendition kind of thing. No, it's cringe.
Face. Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, what's going on YouTube, is Mini here, and when have I ever done this?
I just want to take this video to say thank you to you guys for all the support you've been giving me. I mean, it really is awesome seeing you guys come back to my channel day by day, you know, watching my videos, and supporting what I do.
Hey guys, I want to talk about a lot of the stuff that's been going on online lately.
Well, I don't work with Mini after he tried to publicly oust me for something I didn't do and didn't say.
Omrecker, a former member of the Vanoss crew, has been coming out saying a lot of stuff about Brian, also known as Terrorizer.
Because he's blocked me on Twitter. He's blocked me on Twitter.
So Terrorizer was getting attacked before. Oh yeah, that was a big problem, wasn't it? Oh, come on.
These are just the facts. I don't know what he's doing on Twitter. He's blocked me, okay?
The Vanoss Gaming Crew, the most famous group of gaming YouTubers to ever grace the YouTube platform, with almost 100 million subscribers as a combined total between every member in the group. And with a subscriber count equivalent to 3 times the Canadian population, or 1/3 of the United States population, it's safe to say that there has to be somewhat of a story behind their success. We spend our time watching the content, but do we ever stop to ask, where did all of this begin? How has each member changed and evolved as time has progressed? How has the drama within the group affected each individual in terms of sub count and reputation? These are just some of the questions that will be explored in this video. This documentary will begin with the early evolution of Evan Fong, aka Vanoss Gaming, and grow to include each member of the crew.
Oh my god, I wear my headphones backwards. Give me a second. I was wondering why I couldn't change the volume because it was so loud. Yeah. I was wearing my headphones backwards completely, and I didn't even notice that.
And how they've changed over the years, including the drama between Minilad, Omrecker, Terrorizer, and the disappearance of many members in the group. This is...
Oh, so there were also disappearances of members in the group. It wasn't just the whole Minilad situation, Omrecker, and I think there was one more, the Mexicanator, something like that. I know those were the people.
The full evolution of the Vanoss Gaming Crew. To set the scene for the beginning of this story, we're going to have to go back, like way back, before 1 million subscribers, before the Vanoss Gaming Crew. We're going to have to go back to a time when the word Vanoss was representative of nothing besides a BMW car part. 2007, Evan Fong, Canadian high school. 3 aspects representative of the mediocrity surrounding the individual who would later become known as one of the most famous gamers.
Damn, really changed. This is like growth. I guess after times, you just get multiple glow-ups, I guess. Man, where's my glow-up? I look exactly like my old high school, middle school look. What the fuck?
YouTubers of all time. Now, if we take this later known fact about how famous Vanoss would become and work backwards to his high school years, surely Vanoss must have spent a large portion of his early life stereotypically experimenting with the array of available consoles at the time, right? Well, no, not really at all.
I'm not really your traditional person who played Nintendo and played Mario, and I wish I could, honestly, but as a child I wasn't really introduced to video games because my parents were trying to put me into things like sports.
Evan Fong, or Vanoss Gaming, explained that in his early years, his gaming interests, shall we say, were invested in real games rather than video games. Vanoss explained on numerous occasions that his formative pre-YouTube, pre-gaming days were spent playing hockey, giving him minimal time to play video games.
My parents put me into sports early on, and I started playing hockey at 6 years old, and I pretty much played it my entire life, and I took it really seriously, you know, played competitive every single year.
So whether it was family...
Yo, that's such a mood. When you grow up with a family just kind of prioritizing more sports, you're gonna be more sport in-depth or just like skillful for it than you are gaming-wise. It's just not a thing. It's not common. Oh, there was Pablo. Okay. I can't refuse or go against that though.
Rules,
The
lack of time, or lack of
allegations.
desire, Evan Fong never really played any video games in his younger years. Well, except for Pajama Sam and Freddy the Fish, as explained in the same video.
The first few games that I ended up playing were games like Freddy the Fish and Pajama Sam.
However, after playing hockey for a while, we can make the assumption that Evan started to enjoy the competitive aspect of sports, hinting at a possible predisposed interest in trying out video games. In mid-high school, Evan Fong began playing the game Duke Nukem 3D.
The first violent game that I ever played was Duke Nukem 3D.
Possibly because it required significantly less effort than going out and playing hockey. Playing Duke Nukem then transitioned into playing other games released in the late 2000s such as GTA, and most significantly
Oh yeah, GTA was the best thing that ever happened. Like San Andreas, top tier right there.
Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh?
Now, COD 4 was certainly the most significant, because like many other teenagers in around 2010, this game was the catalyst for Evan's interest in the website YouTube.
I've been watching YouTube myself for quite a while, ever since the COD 4 days.
Evan explained that after finding out about YouTube, he began to watch almost all of the OG Call of Duty YouTubers.
I started watching Woody's Gamertag, Wings Redemption, a lot of the classic guys that have been around for a while.
And you might expect that this is where the Vanoss gaming channel was created, however it wasn't. Evan explained that he really wanted to start YouTube but still didn't have the time owing to school and hockey.
Thought it was really awesome. I just didn't have the time to start up my own channel, and I just didn't have the money, you know.
Yeah, that's understandable, yeah.
It was really difficult for me to find time to actually start it up. Until later on.
But if you've watched any of the other Uprise videos we've looked at, you'll know that watching YouTube is almost always the precursor to posting on YouTube.
Welcome back.
But I do want to find something that I'm passionate about. That's one huge goal in my life, is to do something as a career that I really enjoy. And I haven't found that yet, but I'm determined to find it.
After finishing high school, Vanoss began studying a degree in economics and business at university. Around the same time, Vanoss stopped playing hockey competitively and therefore had more spare time for other activities. Vanoss's increased spare time in conjunction with his rising interest in video games caused him to create the Vanoss gaming channel on the 15th of September 2011 at the age of 19.
That makes sense, is in that average age of, oh, you're done with high school, you're transitioning to college, you have a lot more time, more flexibility, more ability to create or do content, especially in the early 2000s, like 2011. Yeah, that's like where the booms are gonna start happening. That's where everybody kind of starts, and then they boom after that, and then they become great titans of the YouTube universe. I used to play COD as a kid, throwback. I never did.
Then it wouldn't be long before Evan Fong would dive right in and begin creating content for the YouTube platform, posting his first Black Ops 1 video on the 27th of October 2011, approximately 1 month after the creation of his channel.
You know we can make this ladder come down?
Now, this first video on the Vanoss gaming channel stood out as quite unique comparative to the first video of many other content creators. And you might ask, why? The reason was because it was actually pretty well made. As stated by one of the comments, Vanoss is one of the only people who doesn't have a cringe first video. A properly made and edited intro for the channel, a clean mic, reasonably extensive subtitles and editing, all elements that might have given us an indication of his natural talent as well as how popular his channel might eventually end up.
The thing is, don't forget, he took the time to watch all the other YouTubers, so he's already seen what they've done to improve, fail, and what he can do to make his first start an introduction into the YouTube world.
Up over the long run. Following this first upload, Vanoss began uploading various Call of Duty videos on Modern Warfare 3, including gameplay, informational uploads outlining kill streaks, and just general rambling.
Hey, what is up guys, Vanoss here, and today I have a random game chat video for you.
Yeah, the more you practice, the better you get at editing, but Master Editor already learning it. He did it all by himself. I respect that so much. Yeah, I did check it out though. I did see it.
You guys.
However, unfortunately, many of these videos have been deleted since.
Oh, I am.
Now, in the other evolution and downfall videos we've created, it normally takes a while for creators to gain some traction and grow an audience. However, this wasn't the case for Vanoss Gaming at all. His channel started to grow from the get-go, with many of his first uploads gaining over 1,000 views, resulting in rapid subscriber growth. After uploading his first video in late October 2011, by the end of the year, only 2 months later, Vanoss had already hit 1,000 subscribers. Now, unfortunately, Vanoss seems to be a serial old video deleter, and almost every single upload from his first 7 months on YouTube has since been deleted. However, it seems to be at around this point of hitting 1,000 subscribers that Vanoss would switch his content from random Call of Duty informational videos to trolling and funny moments.
Alright.
Oh, so first it was information. Now it's just funny. Yeah, I get it. It's a good transition. And I see where it's coming from, like, oh, you want to kind of delete the past. I personally don't get it. I don't mind leaving everything up there. People want to see it, they can. Wouldn't care less.
What is up, guys? Today I'm going to show you a pretty funny glitch / troll on the map Drone. So pretty much what you could do with this
YouTube
is
had
you can make your
limits.
teammates kill themselves.
Wait, is that why? It was like that. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, that makes more sense. Hey, Mandalore, how you doing? Welcome. 3 streams straight. Wonderful.
With their own C4.
This switch was seemingly accompanied by a desire to begin playing and networking with other creators, ultimately creating what would later become known as the Vanoss gaming crew. Now, in the beginning, Vanoss never set out to create a crew under his name, but rather just thought he'd be able to grow quicker if he were to play with other YouTubers who
Wait, so they were all their own type of YouTubers that were making YouTube content and stuff like that. And then they just became a group that were just like, oh, like-minded people, let's become a group and let's do things together. Hold up, so does that mean they were all around the same age? It's kind of cute. You're like growing up and growing with your friends. Take care, Goblin!
who were also just beginning to create their channels.
When I was first starting out on YouTube, I didn't want to try to go after channels and play with people who had a lot of subscribers. What I wanted to do is try to network with people out there who were just starting their channels up just like me.
For this reason, Vanoss would reach out to another beginner creator by the name of Moose Knuckle.
The very first guy I ever met on YouTube is Brock, and you guys know him as Moose Knuckle.
Who, after talking online,
he ended up sending me a message like saying thanks, and we ended up just kind of sending messages back and forth.
Began to play together and eventually ended up becoming good friends.
And we just started playing together and we became good friends.
Vanoss then applied a similar strategy to meet Big Jiggly Panda as well as I Am Wildcat.
I met Vanoss way back when I started my channel. He found my very first video, left a comment, said that we should play together, and we've played together ever since.
Then finally Racing Cats and Screwologist.
Now the next two people that I met were Racing Cats.
Oh, I have never heard of Racing Cats and Screwologist though. I want to see the older videos now.
And Screwologist, and these two guys were subscribers of mine at the time, and my channel was really small.
This small group of 5 networked gamers ultimately began pumping out content left, right, and center.
Those were the main 5 guys that I played with for a really long time,
resulting in a load of cross growth between each creator through collaborations.
Come here!
Jolly good morning, sir.
What's up? Yeah,
how's your day going?
Since Vanoss's main video style was generally trolling and funny moments, it was almost the perfect style when it came to collaborations, since it was almost a requirement to have other players reciprocate to create those funny moments. This led to numerous hilarious videos, and it's safe to say that the audience began to take a liking to the first 5 members of the Vanoss gaming crew. These collaborations, as well as a massive increase in video quality, began to explode the subscriber growth of Vanoss Gaming, going from 1,000 subscribers in January 2012 to 10,000 only 6 months later. Then 50,000 only 3 months after that.
Alright, what is up, guys? Vanoss here,
yeah.
and this is my 50,000 subscriber Q&A video. Kind of something that I want to bring to you guys, just kind of as a celebration for hitting that 50,000 subscriber mark.
The subscriber growth was also owed to a fairly new, unique idea on the YouTube platform, where Vanoss would take things said by other popular YouTubers and remix them into songs. This is also significant as it was where Vanoss began to create music for the first time, an element that'll be important for later parts of the video. However, Vanoss didn't post these videos regularly, likely owing to the amount of time required to create them, so generally Vanoss just continued.
Oh yeah, music is so complex and hard to make. That's like instrumentals, lyrics, and everything else. All of that contributes, and building up a song, that's why you see most artists or people who make songs not be dishing out so many songs one after the other, even when it comes to creativity, when it comes to a song.
To create the trolling and funny moments videos. And this was certainly a successful strategy, however
Oh,
there
that's
was an issue.
sweet.
Vanoss wanted to expand his channel with different types of videos, so he began to
Yeah, I thought it was Delirious was first, but yeah, I'm surprised it was Brock. Then it was everybody else that was like all coming in. When did Delirious jump in and everybody else? And when did Nola come into this? I want to know. I gotta see a whole documentary after this.
brainstorm and eventually decided that he was going to try out a new video style.
One day I thought it was a really good idea to maybe do auto-tuning in Call of Duty and just mess with people in random lobbies.
But before trying to auto-tune in Call of Duty, he wanted to see if there were any other creators already doing it. At which point Vanoss would stumble across another channel by the name of The Gaming Terrorizer.
Someone didn't do his English class in school. Someone was a bad boy, didn't go
No, Terrorist already was doing it.
English class.
Vanoss would then create a video to promote The Gaming Terrorizer.
And I actually ended up posting a montage of his videos on my channel to give him a shout out.
Ultimately convincing him to join the Vanoss gaming crew. It would also be around the same point that another significant YouTuber would message Vanoss, ultimately leading to another recruitment for the Vanoss gaming crew.
I got a message from this guy on YouTube one day and he thought my videos were pretty cool and he was wondering if I wanted to play sometime. So I checked out some of his videos.
This YouTuber...
It really seems like he was shooting shots at the very beginning because as a small creator and saw other small creators, and then other people started shooting shots and either missing or landing at this point. That's so sweet. It seems so wholesome to bring everybody together and everything, even though, you know, some people weren't us. But yeah, how you doing, Nero? Welcome. Oh yeah, I gotta check out those Gmod ones.
In question is H2O Delirious,
Alright, see you later, my boy.
After he enjoyed one of his trolling videos.
First off, the way I met Vanoss was I seen a video of his back in Modern Warfare 3. I sent him a message on YouTube and told him I really liked this video and asked him if he ever would like to play sometimes, and he replied back. And since then, you know, we've been playing together. That's how I met Wildcat.
Well, that's how Delirious joined them.
These new members of the Vanoss gaming crew, as well as further increases in video quality, ultimately resulted in explosive subscriber growth for Vanoss Gaming, going from 50,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers by January 2013, only 3 months later.
Alrighty, what is up guys, Vanoss here, and welcome to my 100k special Q&A video. And before I get started with the questions, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hitting 100k subs again. It really is a big deal. It's a huge accomplishment, so thank you so much for the support.
And at around 100,000 subscribers is when the stars began to perfectly align for Vanoss Gaming, and he would prepare for one of the most insane periods of growth seen by any creator ever. Only 7 months after hitting 100,000 subscribers, Vanoss would hit 1 million subscribers, at which point he would reveal his face for the first time while thanking everyone for the milestone.
Hey, what is up guys, Vanoss here, and this is my face reveal video, obviously, and it's something that you guys have been asking for and requesting for 1 million subscribers. And I'm not the type to talk about numbers too often on my channel, but obviously 1 million subscribers is a big deal.
On the way to the 1 million subscriber milestone, Vanoss would become friends with another significant member of the Vanoss gaming crew, basically I Do Work, who...
Oh, this is how we're seeing how the crew just adds and adds, and they're getting bigger and bigger. I did not know that. Hey Dan, how you doing? Welcome. There you go, Delirious after Terrorist. Yeah, definitely. That's so interesting. And it was only because of the way the voices were remixing.
Who was met through the connection of H2O Delirious.
I think Vanoss messaged Delirious and asked if he wanted to play with him one day. That's how we all kind of came together. We decided just one day we all got on. I don't know exactly who was there, but we just got together one day and it worked out pretty well.
Now, despite basically I Do Work only having 4,000 to 5,000 subscribers at the time,
I went from like 4,000 to 5,000 subscribers before I met all my friends.
This meeting was quite significant, as it was through basically I Do Work that Vanoss would meet many of the other members of the Vanoss gaming crew. Vanoss explained in his GTA Q&A that through H2O Delirious and basically I Do Work, he would meet
407 and Executioner. So
and this is where some of the people were a little bit more iffy that joined in. We'll talk about the one that shall not be named. I mean, they're being talked about now.
Obviously, I met them through Delirious, and along the way, I met other guys like Mini Lad, Louie, and Nogla.
This is where Louie and this is where Nogla and Louie come in too. So some people were great, other people were not. Yeah, it's too bad. Not him. How you doing? A fan of Don Quixote. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I never watched these people.
Because they kind of knew each other as well.
I haven't either until now recently more.
Vanoss gaming crew.
Like, as someone who, you know, never even knew about the Vanoss crew until my adulthood, which I've been watching a lot of their videos, they are so funny and they're so entertaining. They're such a wonderful group of friends that just like hanging out and playing games. It's spoke to
At this point,
Sonia.
everything was perfectly set up for Vanoss to make a growing at a rate rarely seen on YouTube. Collaborations with each creator caused Vanoss Gaming to go from 1 million subscribers in July 2013 to 10 million subscribers in December 2014, approximately 1 year and 5 months later.
I just wanted to say thank you for 10 million subscribers. Recently hit that this week. And it's just amazing that you guys are still watching my videos, coming back to my channel all the time.
Vanoss's growth strategy was fairly simple in reality. He took an incredibly popular video
This
style at the time,
video was uploaded 5 years ago. So that makes sense, yeah.
being funny moments, combined it with some of the most popular games such as Gmod.
Excuse me, sir. I'm here to watch Pluto Nash in 3D.
GTA 5, and Call of Duty, then included multiple collaborations in every single video with other large creators. Other creators from the Vanoss gaming crew that haven't been mentioned yet are Omreka, Smitty, Silent Droid, and So Close to Toast, among many others who
So this is where also some of the bad people came into it. By Sunny V2, by the way. Really good informational wise. But the crew is huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 people in total. Yeah, I don't think it might have Puss in it. Well, maybe. We'll have to see. I used to like Minnie, but I could see his rage and then I stopped and then he broke away from them before all the Underbelly stuff came out. Oh, man.
others who made minor appearances, all of which joining through various other creators along the process. And if I'm not mistaken, that pretty much covers every major individual to have joined the Vanoss gaming crew over the years. However, as time goes on, there have been many controversies leading many creators to leave the Vanoss team.
The drama.
One thing seems to be almost certain when it comes to groups on YouTube. As time progresses, conflicts, disagreements, and in the case of Minilad, downright illegal scenarios seem to poke their head up at one point or another. Now, I'll preface this section by saying that the Vanoss crew as a whole is still performing very well. Vanoss, Moo, Nogla, Terrorizer, Wildcat, Delirious, as well as many others continue to gain millions of views even after all these years, but this unfortunately hasn't been the case for every creator in the crew. Firstly, we'll talk about the creators of the crew who have ended up inactive, then we'll talk about the creators who have been extradited from the group owing to drama. OG members Racing Cats, Screwologist, Mexecutioner, and Silent Droid began uploading less and less as time progressed, with two of them now completely inactive and two others occasionally uploading every couple of months with little success. But perhaps the most interesting case is Louis Caliber.
What's going on, you guys? I'm hanging out obviously at Rockstar.
Despite being one of the most prominent members in the group, Louis Caliber seems to have gone pretty quiet on all social media. The videos he does upload all have minimal effort involved.
For real! For real! This is the last time.
I thought Louis would still be doing stuff. I mean, weren't they doing stuff for the GTA stuff? And with like Louis' voice thing going on. I thought that was gonna be a thing. Thank you so much for the follow on the YouTube side. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, I don't know about Leo, but he tried to backstab the group. Yeah, you don't want someone terrible like that. Yeah. Omen or O'Neill, yeah, did some bad stuff, right? Like just backstabbing.
But no matter how short and poorly made they are, still get hundreds of thousands of views, showing that he probably has one of the best reputations in the group, but has simply failed to maintain a solid upload schedule.
Yeah,
I might
that
make a
makes
whole
sense.
video on
Some
his
people are just not
disappearance,
interested
though. I don't think I'll
that.
go too in depth with this one. And for the members who still remain, there's
More
been no
background
shortage
to get
of
it.
recent drama.
Why not invite Minnie? I'll tell you why.
Oh, no.
He doesn't play with us. He left. And then he decided on stream to badmouth myself and my friends. Well, mainly just my friends.
With the elephant in the room
That's
being
terrible.
Minilad. Now, we've already done a whole downfall video on Minilad, which I'm sure many of you have already watched, so I'm not going to go all that deep into it. We've done 20
It keeps
minutes of that already.
decreasing too.
However, I'll give you the rough outline as well as how the fallout from the incident has created other drama between creators in the crew. In June 2020, Minilad got hit with the horns of the Me Too movement.
Hey guys, I want to talk about a lot of the stuff that's been going on online lately, whether it's through YouTube or Twitter or places like that.
Basically leading to the derailing of his career here on YouTube. Minilad has lost 510,000 subscribers since the allegations and has lost all
Since the
association
allegations.
between him and every other
and also
member.
Omrecker. This messed up. It is mind-boggling how many true predators out in our midst even as I write this. I know there are more victims out there who haven't yet spoken. We have to protect our communities, our fans, our platforms, identify the offenders, and exile them.
Member of the Vanoss gaming crew. The most significant deterioration in friendship from this event was undoubtedly between Terrorizer and Minilad, with a subsequent fallout ensuring that they never become friends ever again.
I don't particularly want to work with the guy. I know he made a video saying we're...
Please note this clip was before all the allegations came out. Damn! So there was already a rough patch going on. I mean, Terrorizer is speaking out about it and pointing it out like, yo, that is not so great behavior.
Patching things up, which is not true.
The drama between Terrorizer and Mini ultimately led to drama between Omwrecker and Terrorizer as well. Omwrecker blocked Terrorizer on Twitter.
Like he didn't at me because he's blocked me on Twitter. He's blocked me on Twitter. That's just these are just the facts. I don't know what he's doing on Twitter. He's blocked me. Okay.
Then made posts indicating that Terrorizer must have known about the scenario, to which Terrorizer stated that obviously he didn't.
He was insinuating that I must have had no knowledge of the things that are happening with Craig. That surely Brian knew about it.
This ultimately led Omwrecker to state in the comments that he wasn't interested in talking to him or about him, indicating that their friendship was well and truly over. And considering Terrorizer plays with Vanoss and the rest of the crew so often, it's possible that this drama might lead to Omwrecker being excluded from Vanoss's.
Apologies, while editing, I've discovered that Omwrecker seems to have already fallen out with some of the other members, and this is 5 years ago, y'all.
Videos. To conclude this video, I'm going to give you an overview of all the creators we've talked about and rank each in one of 3 categories.
Okay, healthy,
Green being a
losing
healthy
influence,
channel with relevance and gaining significant views. Yellow being a medium health channel with lesser views or losing influence. And red for the dead and irrelevant channels. The first member in the green category is Vanoss Gaming. With 25 million subscribers, gaining 100 million views per month needs no further explanation for his standing. H2O Delirious and Wildcat are also in this category, needing no explanation. Big creators with large amounts of influence. We'll also place Moo, Nogla, Big Jiggly Panda, and 407 in this group for having influence, a regular upload schedule, and reasonable views.
Yeah, that makes sense, but who's 407? Sorry, I don't think... Maybe I know them and I haven't
we'll
noticed.
Place Terrorizer in this group, who despite being under fire for all the drama between Minilad and Omwrecker, is still pulling massive views and seems to be a likable guy on a good trajectory. In the yellow category, I'm going to begin with Omwrecker, who despite still gaining very reasonable views, seems to be on poor terms with some of the members, and his slightly immature attitude towards others like Terrorizer probably won't serve him all that well.
I did hear the Omwrecker also tried to do something about Markiplier and said some terrible things. So, you know, people like to try to instigate all that. So, 407 is Claudia. Okay. I was wondering. Omwrecker went on to try and backstab Wildcat. What? Another backstab.
Blitzer 2312
accusing H2O, like Delirious, of the same things. Mini got caught for. No. That is some wild. Why even bring on those allegations and put them on someone? See, this is why you can never trust people like this. Because they're just gonna try and build up some rumors or bring you down in the mud. Not worth it. Not worth your energy. Thank you so much for the follow, Blitzer. How you doing? Welcome.
Over the long run. Secondly, we'll place basically I Do Work in the yellow category. Not because his channel is dying, it's really the opposite if I'm honest. But it doesn't seem like he plays with the Vanoss group all that much anymore, judging from a quick brush over of his channel.
Well, recently they've been doing a lot more
appropriate than green. Finally, we'll place Minilad in this category, whose reputation is in absolute tatters, but is still pulling pretty reasonable views from old videos. Ironically...
No, isn't it now dead at this point? It's like a dead channel, it doesn't exist no more.
He's more relevant than ever owing to the drama, but over time I'd say it's more than likely he'll end up in the red category.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Finally, for the red category, we're going to start with Louis Caliber. If Louis posted more regularly, he'd more than likely be in the yellow or even green category.
Louis not being as... Yeah, okay, let's see. Keemstar into this whole thing? No. Some crazy
But given
stuff.
his failure to put almost any effort into content over the last 4 years, it's hard to put him anywhere besides red. Also in red, we have Racing Cats, who basically just totally stopped uploading for 4 years, only to return recently to gain very few views.
I haven't seen Racing Cats.
Just completely disappeared. I don't even know what their fate was. Finally, Silent Droid has stopped uploading regularly, has only uploaded 3 times in the last year, and failed to maintain relevancy. Now guys, obviously there are more members of the Vanoss gaming crew which I failed to include, but I thought these were the most appropriate to include in the video, so I apologize for the others that weren't included. Thankfully, many of the Vanoss crew members remain extremely relevant. However, some maintain a questionable position, with others in a downtrodden position unlikely to ever return to their former glory. This has been the full evolution of the Vanoss gaming crew.
Well, this
Please
is
like the
5
video
years
and feel
old,
free to click
so
subscribe.
you know
Thank
things
very
have
much.
changed. With time, things have most definitely changed. But thank you so much for the video, Sunny V2. The full story of the Vanoss crew, very interesting. Wasn't really the full story, but it is very interesting to see how they grew and how people were added into the crew, and then, you know, the channel's changing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see each other next time. Bye-bye.